Welcome back. We'll get started here shortly. All right, it's almost time. Are you ready? Here we go! Four, three, two, one. It is time. Please welcome your host, best-selling romantic suspense author Anna Blakely, and Mr. B. Hi. What I was saying was wait. Don't leave just because it's me. Of course, it has to be messed up because I'm alone. Anna made a big girl decision to skip tonight because she's fighting a deadline. So she's in the secondary office, which is our bedroom, propped up in bed to give me her office space so that we could still have Talk Tuesday. Not a decision that she wanted to make, but one that she thought she needed to make. We've had a pretty rough couple weeks. I think she kind of touched base a little bit last week, but her aunt passed away. Not this past Saturday before last. We had services this week. The weekend before that, I had a fraternity brother pass away, so we went to his service. And then I found out last Tuesday, that he's my great uncle, but he was just a few years older than my mom. Split family, second family, however you want to look at it. But he passed away. We did not get to go to his services though, because we didn't get word of his service. But just some things that slow you down. And with her aunt passing, that I know that put a lot on her mind. So she's working on Coulter. Coulter is getting done, but that's where she's at. So she's fine. It was a tough decision for her, not one that she likes to make. But I told her, I'm like, look, William often does it by himself. Whenever Shayla's fighting deadline, it's okay. Like, you got to do what you got to do, and every moment matters, especially when he's talking, and he's been talking to her pretty hard today. So whatever that means. I say we need to adjust her medicine, but she says that she's got more opportunity to put stuff on paper. I don't know. The clinician in me says that's a medication adjustment. But anyway, who we got here? So don't leave. It'll be fine. We'll talk. We got some stuff going on. We're traveling, and y'all know that. We're gonna get to see a bunch of you. We're excited. So there's Trisha. That I get to see you. Catherine, I get to see you. Ashley, I get to see. That was putting together pre-orders. I'm like, are we lost? Because we're not going to Writers. So we get to see you. Hi, Linda. Kelly, we don't get to see you. I'm wrong country. I'm sorry. Hello, people of another country. How are we all doing tonight? I saw your, while I was scrolling through messages before we went live, I saw that you're out baking bread. There's no way I'm baking bread today. It's still 87 degrees here. It was a high of 90. And hi, Bonnie. Louise Matthews, hello, hello. I can get to see you Saturday, well, in a couple Saturdays, right? Christine, I don't get to see you, but I got something from you. Diana, we get to see you. Sharon, I wish we get to see you. And g'day, Sharon. I'd love to come to see you down there. That'd be that would be one place I definitely want to hit. Snow, we get to see you in a couple weeks. Hi, Janice. Dana, I get to see you. There's Melanie. Yeah, I saw this. This is what I was talking about. I saw that when I was scrolling before we went live. Stanker. Oh, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm even more excited. I got Jessie Lane's phone number now. She put that on Facebook. Nah, that's a mistake. Be signing up for all kinds of free things with that phone number. Yeah, last week I was fishing and I don't know how she's like, it's not on there. And I'm looking for, I couldn't find it because I was going to watch it or listen to it while I was fishing. And, I apologize for missing last week. I wasn't planning on it. I went out just kind of, man, it's just, your mind's so free when you're out there. Just sometimes I turn on the game or music, but a lot of times I just shut up and listen and just nature and try to see what's talking to me. But it wasn't Talk Tuesday. I couldn't find it. So apologize for the difficulties last week, but I think we got everybody up, like all connections today. Christine says she's taking today off from getting things ready for the 4th of July. Oh my goodness, you're going to be busy. I've been setting up pre-orders and table books and book launch stuff. That's been my last couple days, and they're all boxed. Everything's boxed. I'm so excited. Everything's boxed. We're renting a car to come down just because we're doing the 2 events, and I don't want to take my truck. It doesn't have a cover on it, so if it starts to rain, and I don't think my little Kia is going to be big enough to hold everything, so we're renting something, and everything's boxed. It just has to go into the car. So I'm excited about that. Hi, Renee from Richmond. I've been to Richmond twice. We went there a couple years ago for a Matt Rife concert or show. My buddy surprised me, and we got there, and there's a sign on the door that had been canceled. So we flew out to DC. We drove to Richmond, and then found out the show was canceled, postponed. So then we waited a couple months and flew back out and drove back to Richmond and had ice cream. That was a good, nice little trip. Hi, Debbie. Elizabeth, how are you doing? Suzanne, I get to see you. Heather Lee, I saw a pre-order for you, so I know I get to see you. Hey, Sharon Williams, how are you? There's the slightly older sister, Janice. Get to see you. I guess I get to see you. I saw your little sis had a pre-order in. Yeah, sound. I think I got it fixed. I hope. Yes. Yeah, we get to see you. We get to see you at the KOB. Yeah, safe travels to everybody. Please, just take your time. People are idiots. Just let them have the way and just get there safe, get home safe. Been praying for that for a long time for everybody. Get us all there and back safe. Hi, Sarah Taylor. Excuse me. We'll get to see you too. Heather M. Howdy. Hi, Mr. M. See if I see him back there behind Heather. I know he's there. Let's see. Are you caught up? Lana. Yeah. Hi, Lana. We're going to see Lana. I think I got caught up here. Yeah, yeah, it was just tough. I know she doesn't like to. She's been behind deadlines before, and I'm like, maybe you should. She's like, no, I'm not. But this one, she's really pushing because she needs to make sure it's ready by uh, Space Coast. So um, I think it's going to be fine. I do. It will not be there for knockout. I know there's some people put in pre-orders for that. I'm going to be adjusting pre-orders. So if you put in a pre-order for knockout for Coulter, and then I made a mistake and I put on two books that weren't even supposed to be. They're not coming out until later in the year. So that was my fault, but I'm going to adjust those too. So if you see a refund for a book, that's what it is. It's not, we're not canceling the whole pre-order. Hopefully I can do it without canceling the whole pre-order. But regardless, I've already printed invoices. So even if the whole pre-order print cancels, you're going to have what we have. But Coulter will not be available for knockout for sure. I think I had 5 pre-orders for it. And then at Space Coast, we had 3 or 4 pre-orders for Blake and the other one. But that's not going to be out yet. So I apologize completely on me. I don't know how I put it on there. I know you guys have been telling me for a while now that I've had it on there. But no pre-orders came in after you told me. So, but we're going to get it fixed here. Heather M., your uncle passed on 3 days before his bad. Her aunt passed. She's such a sweet lady, but she had just a horrible back and just bones were. And she was in so much pain, and she finally told the family a couple weeks ago that she didn't want to be in pain anymore, and thankfully, and it's hard. I've been on both sides of it, both from the clinician side and the son side. It's hard to. It's easy to accept that because you want to honor it, but it's hard to accept that. And so when she said it, fortunately, her family listened and they understood and they accepted it, and yeah, they made her comfortable. So that's all we can ask for. Thank you, everybody, for your wishes there, your thoughts here. I'm not trying to scroll through fast, but I'm reading them. I promise. I'm reading them all here. But Sandy Kelly's husband's making a food gift for me. Oh boy. That's one thing we go to the signs, man. I'm always like, I don't need to worry about snacks on the way home. That's and I appreciate it. That's not a down. I'm not complaining about that at all. That's it's a fun selection of what are we gonna snack on now, and we'll have plenty of time to snack on the way home from this one too, or traveling this one. This is gonna be a big trip. So, hi Candace. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, we're not doing riders, and as Anna said before, we're taking next year off with Abby's wedding, and just some reset time and family time, and we do multiple trips a year but we're not doing it with family, so it's kind of makes it difficult. Just trying to use time, that we can, and kind of regroup and hit 28 hard and have fun with it. And we're actually looking at trying to get some different directions in 28. Christine, not north to Canada, I don't think, but definitely looking at hitting west. Go west, young man, they say. So we've been talking about that for sure. Sandy's going to be at both. Yeah, there's quite a few of you that are doing the circuit. Bonnie's watching. Do I look that bad? You had to take your glasses off and your contacts? Like, is it really that? Is it like I got a beer bottle face? Like the more beer bottles, the better I look. Or what's the? I mean, Mom always said I had a face for radio, so I guess I understand. It's 90 Suck it up. It was 98.7. Yeah, I know. I'd say it's humid, but I know it's humid there too. But it's. I was out fixing one of our cameras today, and I was in the shade. Fortunately, it was underneath the patio, but it was just ugh. All while I had pins.com in my ear, which that's a whole nother pins.com. I'll tell you what. Mr. M had his brain test Friday and a bronchoalveolar lavage on Monday. Now waiting on these two. He says hi. Hello. Wishing you the best. I'll keep you in my prayers. I wish you don't need to apologize. Yeah, I know. We'd love to get up there. Not saying we won't, but I just don't see it in our 28 future. I hate to even think about that. Like, you don't know when life's gonna ring you up at the counter, and you hate putting stuff off and think, oh, we'll handle that in 28, and then 29 we'll do this, and that's kind of why last week I went fishing, because I had an opportunity, and I don't know when that next chance is going to be. I went Tuesday, and I thought I was going to go this week, and then that was it. Like, is between weather and just obligations here, and not bad, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because we all have things we have to do. But like, I found an opportunity, and I got out there, and Susan asked how it was. That was a thing. Like, they weren't hitting when I first got there, but I don't care. It's better than a day at work type of thing. And there's a couple bald eagles out at this lake, and we see them more. We see them more now than I ever did. I never saw them as a kid. When I was in my early 20s, I worked for an ambulance service up northern Missouri, and they'd have eagle days at a wildlife refuge area, and you could go out there and they'd have maybe see 2 or 3. And now we've got one that lives, well, we got a nest. There's 2 that live just north of us here, a couple miles. That usually when there's no leaves in the tree, you can see their nest, and you can see them in their nest. Emma and I were out driving around one day, and there was one eating just off the highway. Like, we were probably 20 yards from it. Bald eagle, and it's just, I got my guy here, and there's a reason. They just do something to me. They're So I was out there fishing though, and we went fishing. Sam and I went fishing with a guide the other day. We went cheat. We were trying to figure out where all the good spots were, and knew a guide would kind of show us a little bit more. And this guy was talking about this eagle we saw, and he's like, yeah, I think that's Lucille. He said, we feed Lucille. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, if she gets close enough, he said, we'll feed her. He said, we just take a smaller fish, and he said, you just kind of stun it, throw it where it floats on the water, and she'll come down and take it out of the water. And he said, we tried to throw it up to her. He said, but she would never catch it. And he said, so one time he said they tried to throw one up, and they missed, and it hit the water, and it stunned it, and she came down and hit it in the water and got it. And I'm like, that's like, I see these fishermen videos like in Alaska and stuff where they're cleaning the fish, and the eagles just come in just within arm's reach, and it's just, I can't even imagine. So I just like sitting and watching. Like, I'll reel my line in and just watch them soar around. And when they're calm, we used to go up to Minnesota, up to Rainy Lake up in International Falls, and you'd see those eagles up there. And it was late May, like the last week of May, and they were fighting in the air, but they'd get tangled up, and man, it's just, I never want it to not hit me. So fishing was wonderful. It started picking up a little later in the evening, and that's why I decided, like, I'm not going to make it back to Talk Tuesday, because they actually came in pretty good. I think I brought 19 crappie home. At the lake I go to, you can keep 15 that are 9 inches or bigger, and then you can keep 30 total, but only 15 of them can be 9 inches or bigger. So I didn't bring 19 9 inches or bigger, but I brought home pretty good bag of meat after I cleaned them up. So yes, I didn't have any. Yes, you have, and you gotta do. What? I missed it. This is the problem with being behind. I lose context where I'm at. I have a Kia Sportage. Man, I'm sorry. My eyes is watering like crazy. I have a Kia Sportage. I love the little thing. I've never had any problems with it. I bought it last. Well, I bought it last June. I bought it the weekend before we left for Space Coast, and we drove it to Space Coast. But it's got the little, like, it's not like a Tesla self-drive, but you can set it up and it follows the lines for you and everything. I love it, but unfortunately we're not going to take it because I'm trying not to put as many miles on it. Plus I need something bigger with all the stuff we're hauling with the dual signings. Hi Cassie. Yeah, we'll see you too again. Little sis is working. Oh well, let's talk about her. Tell us some secrets. I need that ice cream pic of you. I don't know if Anna. Well, I'm sure Anna still has it. I don't understand she loves that picture, but I don't know. Our anniversary is tomorrow. 26 years. Speaking of which, today is Sam. I talk about Sam on there. And he's on here with us a lot. He's probably not on tonight because today is his 25th wedding anniversary. Him and his wife, Leslie, 25 years. Leslie and Anna have been friends for literally since diapers. So it's kind of neat to. Sam was my fraternity brother, or still is my fraternity brother, yes. So to have him married to Anna's childhood friend, long-term friend, excuse me. It's kind of neat. So yeah, so happy anniversary, you two. You should be at dinner somewhere or doing something. They're getting ready to leave on a Alaskan cruise. I think they leave tomorrow. So safe travels to them as well. They're going to Alaska and we're driving to Kentucky. We'll have more fun. It'll be fine. Let's see. Passed 7 Buc-ee's on our trip. I said, well, you need to get a new son. I think we stopped at 6 of them year before last when we did it backwards. We went to Space Coast and then up to Knockout. I think we stopped at 6 different Buc-ee's in that trip. We took a kind of a wild ride on that one, though. We went all the way down to Gulfport, Mississippi, and then over. But that we stopped and saw Eddie and Angie Womack. Had dinner with them, and so we've talked about that on here. But I think this time we're going to make a pretty straight shot. We kind of set the course last night. We're going to go to Lexington and then to Cape Canaveral. We're going through South Carolina. It's actually the shortest or fastest route. It said there's more turns, whatever that means, but it's the fastest route by a little bit, but it also avoids Atlanta. We drove through Atlanta traffic last year, and I don't want to do that anymore. That was much. Plus, I love South Carolina, so that gets us back into South Carolina for a little bit. Debbie's going to be at both. She's doing the circuit with us. She'll be right. It means cool or okay. She'll be right. She'll be right. I can get into that. Well, it's about time. We've been looking for you. We've been waiting. That's why I haven't got to the good stuff yet. Good to have you. I will. I'm trying to get caught up here. We are not doing charm. We're not doing any signings at all next year. We've got our oldest daughters. Oh, Sarah's going to be at both too. Sarah Taylor. Oldest daughter's getting married next May, and we just decided between that and the preparation that kind of hits the charm. April, that kind of hits that time when we're getting last minute preparations or whatever, focused on that. And then want to do some family stuff next summer. So that kind of, we just decided instead of trying to manage family time around signings, we thought it'd be best just to take the time and we've got some other changes to the family that I can't really talk about right yet. But my oldest son got married last April. So as they find their partners and start doing their own thing, the time with them, and those of you that have adult children understand, it's their time is shared more, and so you got to try to focus on spending that as much as you can. So we just made the decision that we're going to take the year off, kind of regroup, and then hit it from there. And it's for Anna, it takes a lot, because I know that we get back, we spend 4 or 5 days a week, whatever. She comes back, I can go to work, start writing orders, and see things. The process has to get going again, and it takes time, and that's a lot of downtime. And then that between the travel and then kind of regrouping when you get back and getting the function going, it takes more time. And so we love going out and meeting and seeing. That's why we started this, because we knew we didn't have enough time at signings to see people and get to know people and share. So but it takes a lot of time from her too, and she's just gives her a chance, especially with the wedding, because I know that's going to be just such a mind grab for her. So that's kind of why we made that decision. Direction is more important than time. I like that. That's not always easy. Definitely, I've kept you, Susan. I've kept you in my prayers. I promise. I have. When my great grandma died, my grandpa, my mom's dad, when his mom passed, like he took it pretty hard, and she was almost 95. And so when my mom died, my mom was 53. And I remember probably one of the strongest things my grandpa ever said to me is, he said, you're never ready for your mom to go. And that has hit me and held with me. And man, there's onions getting cut right now. I can feel them. But I've shared that with families over the years, because it's true. And it's just, that's that one person, not only were they there from the beginning, but you don't know life without them. And they gave you the life, and then they've been there the whole time. So that's a hard job, cleaning up. And I know, so I've kept you in our prayers for sure. Trees outside. I would not want to be out doing trees. I was going to mow today, and then I remember we had to talk Tuesday. I was like, I don't know, I'm mowing now. I got to get up in the morning to mow, though. Got a lot to do tomorrow. Well, look at there. Look at there, Riley. Yeah, Riley Edwards in the house. Get to see her in a couple days. She gets to see me. That's the way I like to say it. But yeah. Yeah, just get up and do it. That's right. All right, I'm trying to get through here. Let's see. Heidi. Hey, Rametta. Good to see you. I get to see you in a few days as well. Yeah, that's why I said they're fighting, and I didn't realize that's what they were doing when they were doing it at first. And then when the locals is like, they're not fighting, because I was like, oh man, they're gonna kill each other. He's like, they're not fighting. I'm like, oh, yeah. It's crappie. No, crappie, man. I love crappie. Love them. Christine's got 48 towels to make and 72 dishes. Gee, my Christmas. Has a soul. My son has. Anna wants a K4. She's been looking at the K4s. I'm trying to talk her into something bigger, but she likes that K4. I got to drive. Speaking of Riley, I got to drive Riley's ride, and I'm trying to convince Anna that's what she needs. But I'm so far behind. Thank you for the happy anniversaries. I see that. See, that's how far behind. And 1920, I'm 9 minutes behind. This is hard. Well, hello, Miss Ingrid. Hi. Thought I was going to come out and see you. Found out my uncle passed away. Uncle Randall, not Uncle Bill, but found out my Uncle Randall passed away, and they never told us about the services until they were done. So we didn't make our way out that way. We will not be going through Columbia. We'll be going just south of Columbia, going around that way. Going to the Reds game, then my son's house. I got them to redirect through Dayton. There you go, Bucky's. That's it. They're so much fun. I love them. Lots of construction on 95. Oh, okay. I'll relook at that then. Sandy says she's loving the new arc so far, Riley. Yeah, that's kind of the. It's just, you understand, and it's nothing like, don't get me wrong, we love going to signings. I'm speaking for her because I know how much she loves it too. But it's the preparation beforehand and the thought of, like, make sure I get this and this and this, and what am I going to wear, and I got to get my nails. She was just talking about this. She's like, I didn't get my nails done. I don't have time, and it is what it is. And but she make sure she has an outfit. She wants to make sure her hair, and so it just takes time out of focus. And so it's nothing negative. I promise. It's just gives her a chance to kind of regroup and focus on what got it here to start with, and we'll still have Talk Tuesday. But absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? Liza Bell is here. I got to see her the other day. Her and her little mini me. Yeah, there she is. They came to Kansas City so we could go to the Bananas game. Speaking of fraternity brothers, what's up, Chad? Good seeing you, man. Got to see him the other night. Not the way we want to see each other, but I haven't seen him in a long time. He was in my Rush class. That was a few years ago. Dude, 29 years, man. How's that even? Nah, makes me feel old. I was old then. I was older than all you guys. Yeah, they kind of messed up with the planning for the knockout map. Like, there's going to be a rowdy corner, but that was a couple years too. A couple years ago, it was similar. There was a little bit of a change. Anna's swapping tables, but was still be in that corner. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I wish I brought one in. I've got something, mini me. I've got something for you. I'm gonna give it to Mom in Kentucky to bring home to you. It's something I made on the printer to say as a remember of our banana game. So I got to go to see the Savannah Bananas baseball, and Mini Me is the one that took us. So I told her thank you for taking me to my first Savannah Bananas game. Yeah, an expedition. I wasn't gonna tell them all that. That thing's so nice, though. She let me take it. And it was kind of raining, and I come back. And I said, "Man, that thing is like 100 like that." I said, "When you hit the brakes, it just smooth. Didn't really skid too much. Took the corners real." I drove that thing like it was an eggshell. I was scared to death. car. She's like, well, I got insurance. I'm like, I don't want to use it. Fall 97, best ever. That's right. That's right, man. That was some fun times. Fun times. Go back to them anytime. Well, yeah. Get there one way or the other, right, Trisha Lynn? Oh, I was 4. Hey, Viking Steve. Viking got violated by a puppet. I saw the video. It's true. There's video proof of it even. Does Anna get to indicate where her table is near other authors? For Knockout, it's the map's posted. For Space Coast, we know where we're going to be, but we don't know who's around us. I know at Space Coast we have a corner table, but they assign tables based on your sponsorship, and then like who, I think it's who, I don't remember, it's who signs up for the sponsorship or who pays for the sponsorship first, but that's how, that way she's got an order to do it in, instead of just randomly saying, okay, it's your turn, whatever. So it was her turn to pick day before yesterday. Days are blurred. Anyway, last couple of days, it was her turn to pick, and we picked a corner table, but I don't know who's around us. But at Knockout, I believe it's posted. It's out. I know it is because I know I saw El Boone post it, and so I know for Knockout it's out. But for Space Coast, I don't even know who we're around. I tell you what, you don't have to like baseball to see the Bananas. Like it's just a good, wholesome time. Like you can take your whole family. You don't have to worry about what's said, who's said. It's just a lot of player interaction. Like those guys are out there doing it because that's what they love to do. It's not too many of the majors, or which I get. Like I saw a thing about, I'm not going to get into, but Kylie Kelsey was talking about the fandom and how it's hard to go anywhere now because people are, can I have your picture? I don't have that problem. I appreciate that. But so I understand for these major athletes, like it's tough. Like, we've gone to games where we've paid to get to watch batting practice and stuff. And we were down on the field where we're right there close to them. And there's guys that come in there with these big binders of cards because they do it as a business. And, they're, I won't say harassing, but they follow the teams and they're there every game and they just want your signature, and they'll try to have small talk with you. They're like used car salesmen. They want to have small talk with you, like, hey buddy, what's going on, man? They don't care. And so then when you get to a fan that actually wants that autograph to put it in their own collection, because that's like, I'll never get rid of this thing because I got to talk to this guy and interact, and then the same thing's not there. And if they even give you the time of day. But these guys, the Bananas and the Clowns, both, that's who they're playing with, the Indianapolis Clowns. You can tell those kids are out there because this is what they love. I say kids, there are several major league players that had major league careers that then have come back to do that. And they're out there for the love of the game. They're not chasing the millions, and they're not, they're out there for the love of the game, and they interact with the fans, and it doesn't look forced. They have a great time. And it was, Taylor Swift put on a great show, don't get me wrong. But that was one of the best events that I have gone to in a long time. Like, just because of the overall interaction and the hype of it, and just the constant, I mean, I was up dancing in the aisle. Like it was just something constant, and it was wholesome, So, yeah. lots of respect for that organization, for what they're doing. I wish nothing but the best. I just hope to see it grow, but can continue to keep those values, because if you haven't gone, I highly suggest you gotta go. There's nothing else catching on TV, because it's so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, Anna's table 20 at KOBB. Yeah. That means you're older than me. So there. Yeah, I haven't seen it for Space Coast yet. Not saying it's not out. I just haven't seen it yet. Yeah, corner tables. We're hoping it gives us more room in the back. The last couple of years, we've been next to the corner table. So hopefully it gives us more room. That way you get more room for like your pre-orders back there. Just knockout. They come in early for the pre-orders, or not knockout. I'm sorry, Space Coast to come in early for the pre-orders. So yeah, that's cool. All right, Chad, man, I'm behind. Hopefully you're still here. If not, well, yeah, absolutely. You same way, man. You call me. Take care of each other. That's cool. He was a good old bird too. I'm sure we'll have some sort of something if somebody wants to send a card or something. Obviously, we're not asking for gifts or anything. We appreciate it. I do. Every time that we get anything in the mail or at events, we appreciate it. But I tease a lot, and I put the post office box up, and Anna tells me to stop, and I think everybody understands I'm teasing. I mean, if you just absolutely have no other thing to do but to send something, I'm not gonna, you can send something, but I'm just saying, no, but we do. We appreciate them, everything we get, cards, thoughts, messages, whatever. So I'm sure we'll have something up in case there's somebody wants to send a card or something when that time gets closer. Savannah Bananas is baseball, and they're on TV a lot. So if you ever see a Savannah Bananas game on TV, I watch videos of it online. Something I'm telling you, they're so like they do backflips when they catch the ball in the outfield. They get not points, but they keep track of how many trick plays they do during the game, and the scoring is different. They score it based on who wins the inning instead of like the total runs scored. You get whoever wins the inning. That's how they score the game. It's just different. The pace is different. They just have so much fun. There's a guy that pitches it's on stilts. They just have so much fun with it. Yeah, just a good time. Sadie was born in 1974. 1974. Yeah. Oh, I'm caught up. Look at there. I'm sure I missed somebody. I'm sorry if I did. I was trying to get us up to date here. But yeah, if you see something come up with it, man, I would highly, highly, highly suggest watching them, or when you got a little free time and you're not reading a book on Kindle Unlimited, where you can find Anna Blakely, Eliza Bella Baker, Riley Edwards, and other great authors. Kindle Unlimited. Sign up now. If you're not reading a book, though, I'd just scroll around, look for Savannah Bananas. They have, I think 8 teams in their league. And they go to different stadiums. Like they don't have their own. I don't think they have their own stadium. I know they go to other stadiums. They were at Kansas City Kauffman Stadium, where the Royals play. Well, where the Royals show up. That's where they play the 2 games in there in town. So they play different teams. There's like the firefighters team, the tailgaters team, and I don't remember them all, but they're just a lot of fun. So we got this package from Christine Breeze. Thank you again. You don't have to send stuff. But when we didn't have Talk Tuesday, because Ann wasn't feeling good and I wasn't here, and so I'm like, I'm opening it. So, because I know we're not going to be here next Tuesday because we'll be traveling. I have 6 teams. They do have a home field in Savannah. This is coming live from Miss Baseball herself, Eliza Bella Baker. We got to go because she's part of the club, the K Club. So she got us in. We got to get to go in early and not have to stand out in the crowd. Thank you. We didn't have to pay scalped prices. Thank you. And we sat in the first level in the first perfect seats. Absolutely, that's my favorite place to sit. First base side, down low. You can hear, like in regular baseball games, you can hear the players yell at each other and stuff. I love just being closer to the game. And I love the first base side. It's my favorite spot. So absolutely perfect seats, great people to go with. We had just an awesome time. So again, thank you. All right, what we got, Christine? I would say these are mine. And I'm so hungry, and I'll probably open them up right now. Dill pickle corn puffs. I have had these before. It's great. I'm glad you sent them. They're delicious. I do love them. I brought some little caramellos in here because I was going to eat one of these, and I realized I'm by myself, so I can't, I'm not going to stop talking long enough to sit there and chew it. Like, normally I would let her talk, but, what do we got here? Oh, a pillowcase. Turn around where you can see it. Look at that. Let me get it where you can see it. That's pretty cool. You set the pillowcase. That's what I would call it. Good zipper. It's hard to see with the white, but yeah. Ooh. Yeah. That's cool. Thank you. Put that over here. What else we got? We got another pillowcase. Oh, I know who this one's for. It's even got her name on it. Look at that. She's going to love that. She's probably got it on in there. Look at that, Anna. Here. She'll absolutely love that. If she's not, well, either way, I'll, I'll video her when I show it to her so that you can see her response. And she didn't get to see it here. Oh, this is all full. What kind is that? I see it. All right. Got a Christmas badge buddy there. Yeah, dill pickle with a Santa hat and Christmas lights. Dill with it. Powered by pickles. That's really funny. And they're actually going to come in very handy because, it's going to come in handy. And then I'm assuming you got a little Lucy pen. Lucy got a haircut and a bath the other day. That was fun. And then, are you making these? It's a little, let's see if I can get the glare off of it. It's a little giraffe, but it's a little flexi body. I can't get the glare. I'm sorry. And then there's a purple one too. Those are cool. Thank you very much. That's very nice. I'm going to eat those puffs as soon as I shut this camera off. Hungry. It was about 6:30 and I thought I need to mow. And Emma got a role in, they're doing a play where she did her last play, a musical. She got the role, and they're doing Grease now. I can't remember the character she got. Oh, goodness. Anyway, but she has she has rehearsals going. She's been making dinner during the week for us. We've been eating good. But last night, we're like, Emma's got rehearsal. What do we have for dinner? So we had grilled cheese and scrambled eggs. How's that? So tonight is about 6:30, and I thought, oh, I need to mow. I'm gonna go out there and start mowing. Like, oh, I need to get something to cook because Emma's got rehearsal, and I don't want to. I'm like, oh, we got Talk Tuesday. So ate a little Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, that didn't hold over very well. Hi, Stacy. See you this weekend. Absolutely. We leave Thursday. We'll be there Thursday night. Probably later when we get there. We'll be there Thursday night, ready to go Friday. Yeah, those are a lot of, they are very cute. Little 3D printed animals. I'm a sucker for them. Yeah, I haven't seen the little ones like that. Those are cool. That's how we get spoiled. All these gifts. Yeah, so she's doing that play. I think it's in September. I know Anna had it written down. Oh, but I don't remember where she wrote it down. It's the end of one month, the beginning of the next month. I know that for sure. I'm a horrible dad. But yeah, so she'll be doing that, and she's really excited about it. I know she does great with them, and it's fun to see her get to use her talents out there. So yeah. Goes going. Oh yes! If you haven't seen the news for Space Coast, the resort is throwing us a luau. They're going to have a hog roast and fire show and everything. So they're telling everybody make sure you bring a Hawaiian shirt if you got one, and that everybody's getting laid. We're all getting lays, So wear your Hawaiian shirt and prepare to be laid. And for those that backed out of Space Coast, well, you lose. But anyway, yeah. So Terry announced that yesterday that the resort, they're doing some construction remodeling. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a big deal. It's going to affect the building where we check in. But to me, it sounded like it was kind of a better thing because now, if it's convention or signing related, it's in the convention center. If it's food, it's in the pavilion. But before, we'd have some functions in the building where they sign in, like they did Family Feud there and some other things there. And then some functions would be in the conference center, and some functions would be in the pavilion. Not complaining, but it's just that you kind of had to figure out which room was where and by names and stuff. And now it's going to be, if it's actually convention or signing related, it's in the convention center, and if it's food related, it's in the pavilion. Cut and dry. I don't know. As long as the pool's open, that's all I care about. But I think it'll be a good time. And then Friday night they're going to do a luau, Polynesian type dinner show for us. So wear your Hawaiian shirt, bring your grass skirts and your coconut shells. It'll be fun. I'm bringing my coconut shells. Yvonne says, my youngest is turning 24 in 8 days, just flew to Australia. They're almost there after 28 hours of travel to visit the girlfriend they met online. Oh, Sharon, you got company coming down? That's fun. How to be young again. That would be so cool. I just mowed my new lawn, mowing it every 4 days. Yeah, Janice, I'm scared because I just mowed Thursday, and it's definitely needing it now. We just bought a new lawnmower a few weeks ago, and fortunately, I can mow the whole yard. We have 6 acres, but I only mow about 4 of it. Well, probably closer to 5, really. But I can get it all done in 2.5 hours now. That's great, except the fact that we're going to be gone for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna test out its endurance. I'll be able to mow the tall stuff when I get home. I'm sure. Um, yeah, yeah. I thought about that too, and I figured, if they're doing this luau, which I'm not complaining, I'm not. But if they're doing a luau, that's probably $15-$20 a head. If you were to have to do that kind of thing yourself and trying to, as we prep for food for an event, we think about how much it is per head. So you think $15-$20 per head ish. So would you rather them come up and say, "Hey, we're going to give you $20 off your room," or throw on this, So yeah, it's kind of like we talked a couple weeks ago about the pizza in the ER or pizza in the hospital. Like it affects the most people. It's the biggest bang for their buck, and I understand why a room discount would be nice, absolutely, but yeah, uh, I'll take it. You know, free drinks would be awesome. That's Steve have to give it back to me. I let Steve borrow it when we were in Branson a couple years ago, and I haven't seen it since. So if Steve wants to mail it back to me, I'll get you a picture of me wearing it. Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, Riley's signing off. She's a bit. Oh yeah, it's 9 o'clock out there. I bet she is tired. Good night, Riley. We love you. I saw your post, and I'm sure you're gone already, but I saw your post earlier. Likewise, we love you. My lawn is less than a quarter acre. Yeah, you can get one of those little robot mowers. 2 weeks. Oh my, mine would be a jungle. Mine's going to be a jungle, especially with the rain we've had recently. That's yeah. And the back field grows fast. Well, it's not a field anymore, but the back lawn grows faster than anything. And it's such a. Fortunately, it's just a big open space, so I can just zip and. But yeah, that new mower. I'm very thankful because it's got a seat that you dial in based on your weight, and it controls like the air ride. It's not air, but the whatever. But man, it's like I get done mowing and I can get up and walk. My old mower, I got done mowing and I get up and I couldn't. I felt like I was 80. I couldn't stand up, and it took me usually the walk from the back of the yard or back to the house where I park it up and around the house and into the door before I was finally able to get fully straight up because it just wrecked my back. Um, yeah. So, so we leave Thursday for knockout. We're going to be in knockout until Sunday. We're going to get up Sunday morning and kind of whatever and head on out, and then we will arrive into. We're going to take a couple days to get to Space Coast, and then we'll get into Space Coast. Kind of hang out there for a little bit before stuff really kicks off, and then we leave Space Coast and come back home. I think probably have a couple-day trip back home. Looking forward to that though. I know Anna's currently finishing up or working on to clean up Coulter and get that all finalized so they can get printed and in our hands in time for Space Coast. That's what, like I said, that's why she's missing the night. And then she's going to be right back at it, coming in with her next one. So I know she's, like I said, Coulter's been talking to her pretty hard. I know that's why tonight she finally made this. She's like, nope, I'm not. I can't. Excuse me, it's getting dry. Because I know she was in here. Like I can walk by her office and like the door's right over here, and I'll glance in and look, and if I see her like smiling and doing these little facial expressions while she's typing. She has no clue that I'm standing there because I've stood there before for quite a bit, just staring at her. But when I see her like that, I'm like, oh, she's listening. When I walk by and I see her like, I'm like, okay, there ain't nothing processing then. So today's been a good day. I think she's been really. It's probably been a good week, really. Since we went to church Sunday and she come home, started working again, and yeah. In the evenings to kind of unwind, whatever, before we go to bed, we've been watching The Pit. We just finished it last night. We finished the second season last night. I'm thankful we finished it. It's a great show. But I'll tell you what, that I've told you before, having worked in the ER, in a busy ER for close to 14 years, that is the most realistic TV show I've ever watched, outside of the ones where they follow people around, in an actual emergency room. Man, but there's some things on there that are kind of tough to watch because it's like you feel it. I didn't tell her last night. We were chatting about the show, but I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, if they used to have, there was a company I watched on in Modern Invention things, but there was a company years ago that tried to come out with a smell-o-vision, like where it would bring out scents to different things. And they tried to do a movie with it to where, this scent would be aired out to the audience, so that it kind of went with the movie. But then they figured out they couldn't find a way to get rid of that scent before the next scent came in, so they just had this overwhelming senses. But if there's some way to put a scent with different things, because they nail that show with the rest of it, with just the emotional aspect of it, and the visual and the sounds and yeah, Stacy, it's a heavy show. Like, it's. Good night, Elizabella. See you in a few days. It's yeah. So we finished it. I'm thankful we finished it. I'm sad we finished it because it's such a great show. But yeah, it can get you. So I saw something. Oh, there it is. Heather M. My latest long guide. Oh, that stings. Chris has a zero. Yeah, our newest one's a zero turn. Man, I just love that thing. It books too. It doesn't like to mow around the pond. We have a mud puddle. We don't really have a pond. It's a mud puddle. We've had enough rain that we've got some water in it now. Normally it's just a pit that I mow through because there's no water, but there's some water in it right now. And I got a little close to the edge last time I mowed, and it didn't want to come out. But I was walking all the way back because it's all the way down at the end of the property, and I was walking back up to the house, and I'm just laughing. And I was thinking, before I would have been screaming and yelling, and, but I was like, you know what? I got the means to walk back to the house. I got the means to get it out because I've got a truck that I know will take care of it, no problem. I've got the ability. I know what, this is just funny. And so try not to take it too serious, just laugh about it. Until I saw my daughter come out and was like walking out, because a few years ago I got my old mower stuck, and I called her. I'm like, hey, bring the Jeep down here, and put the strap on it and pulled it out, And this time I was just walked up myself, and she come down and she just stood there and looked at me. She was, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I got it. No big deal. And I was just laughing. She's like, what's funny? I'm like, just this. I mean, it's stuck in the mud when it got that close to the edge, but it was a good time. Except now there's mud all over my new mower, but that's all right. Those are the facial expressions I see, though, Teresa. I do. And hi, by the way. I just should be like, if it's good. It's good. Like, you could tell, and usually you can tell what type of, because if it's action, boy, she's in there and she's just getting at it. But if it's, that's a don't even knock on the door. Don't stand there and look, because she might see you, and you don't want that to shift to you. So just, yeah. Very well done. Definitely true to working in healthcare. Yep. Yep. Just shoot me 2 broke girls. I can never get into that show. I have a hard time with shows with laugh tracks. I used to love watching Big Bang Theory, but now I watch it and it's just blah. I don't know. Ashley's heading out. Cassie, you know what? I think I'm about there too. Well, Suzanne's leaving. I'm out. No, I am going to cut it though. I do appreciate y'all sticking with me this long. There's a lot more people still watching than I really expected when you realize it was just me. I even changed. I don't know if you saw this. It's just me, Mr. B, best-selling romantic suspense author's hubby and inspiration. I even changed that today. The intro is updated, or the outro. I'm sorry, the intro is too, but the outro is updated. Huh? Look at me. Look at me. But I do appreciate y'all sticking with me. I appreciate the support that you continue to give my Anna. It means a lot. It truly does. And no more onions, but I appreciate the, respecting decisions. They're not ever made lightly because I know how much she cares about every one of you. So if you're in a spot where you don't feel like anybody cares, just know that we do. And I tell you this before, and I mean it, but I'm not always the best at answering right away, but my messenger is open. I respond. I may not see it immediately, but you're never alone, okay? You always have somebody out there for you. So take care of each other. Be the positive ripple. And we won't be back next week, the 16th, because we'll be traveling. But we will be back the 23rd. So on the 23rd, we will talk Tuesday. Love you all. Yes, you do. I'm glad you said that. I've got boxes to bring to give away to other people. But yeah, thank you very much for being my mule from the retreat. We were given so much stuff. There's no way we're going to get home with it on the plane. So Lisa was gracious enough to say, "Look, just give it to me. I'll take it. We'll see each other at Knockout. I'll give it to you there. You're driving. You can take it from there." We've had so many of y'all, though, have said, "Hey, I live near Knockout. I live near Space Coast." Every time. Doesn't matter what event we go to, Charm, Riders, Retreat, whatever. It doesn't matter what event we go to. We always have people reaching out saying, "Hey, I live near. If you need anything, ship it here. If you need whatever." And I mean, that's just awesome. So remember, likewise, we live near Kansas City. So if you're ever in the area and you need something, but it doesn't have to be needing something, and it could just be an ear, man. I'm telling you, listen to me, man. But just know we're here. So we might be half a country away. We might be in a different country. We might be half the world away. But we have technology and we can reach out and we can do things. So don't be afraid to reach out and let us know what you need. But in the meantime, for real, be a positive ripple. Do those good things because it leaks out, and you never know who you're going to touch down the way. So I love you all very much. Have safe travels getting to the events, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks when we talk Tuesday. Love you.